Thousands packed a church in the U.S. state of Missouri to pay respects to an African-American teenager killed by a white police officer. 18-year-old Michael Brown was unarmed when he was shot 6 times. The incident sparked nights of protests and unrest in the city of Ferguson. CCTV's Hendrik Sybrandy has insight from outside the St. Louis church where the service was held. Hendrik?
Well, Mike, this St. Louis church and the street in front of it were packed for hours today as Michael Brown was remembered and laid to rest. Mourners in the African-American community were urged to fight racism and push for change. Hands held up as if to say, "Don't shoot." Mourners filed into Friendly Temple Missionary Baptist Church on a steamy Monday morning. Michael Brown's father and mother were among the family members on hand. Those who could not get in stood outside where temperatures approached 37 degrees Celsius. Many still calling for justice. Brown was shot and killed by white police officer Darren Wilson.
The evidence speaks for itself.
Pretty clear.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. He executed him. Broad daylight, unarmed, 18.
Residents of Ferguson and around the country, the department must be overhauled and steps taken to end racism in America.
You know, we only went so far when Martin Luther King was here, and now we're stuck, and we haven't went any further than that. And it's
there's a cry being made from the ground, not just for Michael Brown, but for the Trayvon Martins, for those children at Sandy Hook Elementary School, for the Columbine Massacre, for the black-on-black crime. There is a cry being made from the ground, and God is hearing the vision of his slain. That Michael Brown...
Reverend Al Sharpton, an outspoken civil rights activist, used his eulogy to criticize the conduct of law enforcement.
No community in America would tolerate an 18-year-old boy laying in the street 4.5 hours, and we're not going to tolerate it either. Whatever happened, the value of this boy's life must be answered by somebody.
Sharpton said the violence that followed the shooting is not the face the U.S. should present to the world.
Michael Brown does not want to be remembered for a riot. He wants to be remembered as the one that made America deal with how we're going to police in the United States.
One of Brown's cousins urged the crowd to go to the polls and push for change. Following service, the funeral procession made its way to a St. Louis cemetery for Brown's burial. Michael Brown's father asked protesters to take a break Monday and observe a day of silence. For at least one day, the message was heard. Now today, the Brown family lawyer, referring to the original U.S. Constitution, which counted blacks as 3/5 of a person, said Michael Brown was not 3/5 of a citizen, he was an American citizen. And he said they cannot accept 3/5 of justice in this particular case. Hendrik Sybrandy, CCTV, St. Louis, Missouri.